Hey, how we going, guys? Mick here from Nakato, back another kick-ass beer review. Going to review another one of mine. The most recent is my Hawaiian Daze Hazy Pale Ale using the all-new McKenzie hops. Got a small sample set across from Yakima Valley. Basically, pretty simple recipe. It came in at the 23 litre batch. We're aiming for a 1051. We come in at 1049 for the OG. Final gravity was supposed to come in at around about the 1009. Got down to 1006, so sort of made up for it in the final gravity section there. 5.56 was the original ABV. For that recipe, we sort of come in at that sort of 5.65 to 5.72ish or something like that. Not bad at all. So we were a little bit down, but then we'll back up again, sort of in the end. So, but a little bit drier than what we were hoping for. Going for a hazy pale, we want something a little bit juicier, but it's still, for me, and the tastings through the fermenter have been pretty promising. So the new McKenzie hops, descriptors of things like pine, slight resin, melon, tropical fruits, and thyme. Of all things, thyme, a sort of herbal, but a fresh, vibrant herb. Used quite often in a lot of different varying dishes and culinary offerings going around. So thyme being one of those ones. So I'm guessing, like most new hops coming out, the crossbreeding, pollination and so forth are bringing things up, become quite chameleon-like in the brewing world. So depending on when you use them is when you're going to get different sort of descriptors. So giving those descriptors along with the hops, some people expect to get them all. You might get some, just depends when you use them, and I've used them right through this one. So McKenzie hops is the only hop that was used in this pale ale, and our schedule being, starting off with the fermentables, 3.3 kilos of pale schooner by Voyager, 2.5 kilos of Pilsner malt by Gladfield, and 0.5 kilos of wheat malt by Gladfields. This mash at 65, with the hopping schedule being 10 grams at 60 minutes of McKenzie, 12 grams at 30 minutes of McKenzie, 28 grams at 15 minutes of the McKenzie. As mentioned, I'll use this right through the process. Another 20 grams for dry hop around about day 2, so it took off quite fast, starting off at 20 degrees using the USA 5. So at day 2 of full Crozen, we used 20 grams there, and a further 20 grams coming in on day 3. So the following day, pretty much to the hour, to the minute, another 20 grams went in, so it's a slight stagger of that dry hop. Give it a charge at different intervals there, and then 20 degrees for around about 48 hours, and then down to 18 degrees for the rest of the ferment. So we'll get this poured up. We'll have a look at the beer. No real water profile. We treated it with Camden to eliminate the chloramides, and that's basically it. We've got a profile there. It's coming out of the bottle now, so it's all pretty much nailed. Not a lot's got to be added to most of the beers I'm doing anymore, so that's really good. Pour it up and we'll have a look at it. Okie dokie. That needs to be adjusted a little bit there on the It's not too bad. It's got a slight. It's got a lip of air on it. It's a full glass. Let's just say that. That colour, that is looking juicy as. The clarity on the wheat is a little bit better than this. So, but there's no oats in this. It is predominantly the wheat malt. I feel is what's giving it the haziness, and quite possibly not much else really. I'm quite surprised that it's as hazy as what it is. I'm not sure whether it's gonna clear up in any way. Keg might tip, bottom out, and go before we get any sort of clarity. But anyway, so that's the. It is, like I said, still quite young in the keg. Bloody nice colour. It's what we want coming into the warmer months. I don't know. I love my German lagers. I love the fact that like that common flavour you get from a lager, and the clearness and clarity doesn't really bother me with things like that. They're meant to be like that. But when I have a pale ale, or I have something in that line of style of beer, I'd like to have it looking like I've got to chew on it. Pretty much need a knife and a fork, regardless of its ABV and its style. In that fruitier category, I want it to look like I've got to chew on it. That's basically the rundown from here. We'll go in for the aroma. Okay, so straight up, nice malt balance in there with the hops. I think it's going to be, it's going to really settle down nicely in the keg. Pine, melon, I'm getting those descriptors straight up. I'm getting that tropical fruit. Very much an edge of what is it like? What do you call it? Would you say coconut? Slight. I'm thinking. Is that the time? I don't know. Is that the time? Is it really the time? No, I don't know. I don't think you get coconut from time, but I don't know. Let's have a little bit of a taste. Certainly not picking up in the flavour. Oh. Yeah, it's got balance. It's got everything I expect. Smelling the McKenzie in the bag, I mean, it was very sort of, it was pungent in those descriptors. It was pungent for melon, which and the tropical fruits, and was pungent for the pine. Sort of resin, dank. I wouldn't say dank. It's not sort of that diesel type, fuely type smell coming off it. I would say pungency along the lines of tropical fruits, pine, and slight resin. It's got a descriptor of slight grassiness as well, but very much an under descriptor, an undertone, I guess you could say. That's how I like my pale ales. Got a little bit of piffiness as well coming across. Slight sort of citrus pith. Slight nectarine, maybe apricot. No, I'd say nectarine, like that sort of, just a little bit of a sting on the nose. I think I need to pick up some more of this hop. I'd really like to see this one come as a cryo. An alternative hop product would be really good for this one, I think. Without having to mess around too much with it, and not have to put sort of the larger amounts in there. What's this at 20, around 26.2, 26.3 IBUs. It feels a little bit more than that, and I think it's because of the pine, the resin characteristics and descriptors of that hop. But I'm saying I'm in love with McKenzie hops. Cheers.